Welcome to Essential Oils 101, Day 2. Today we're going to be talking about two of my favorite oils in the starter kit, lavender and peace and calming. Both of these are fantastic oils to use for your nervous system and before bed. Let's start with lavender first. As we talked about in video 1, you could use many of the Young Living essential oils, not just aromatically and topically, but also internally. And lavender is one of those. There's a vitality version of the white label of lavender, and I love using it for lavender lemonade, lavender chocolates. There's all kinds of things that you can do with lavender. A friend of mine made lavender butter, lavender honey. It's incredible. As far as topically, this is one of the best oils to use when there's any kind of a skin issue going on. And we will dilute it for younger children. And when we talk about using it with pets, using it straight is very often what I do. If I'm looking for stress relief, I might be putting it on the bottoms of my feet or putting a drop in my hands and taking a few deep breaths. And then, of course, putting it in the diffuser, especially before bed. This little Feather the Owl diffuser is one of my favorite things to do. But lavender is what they say, the Swiss Army knife of the essential oils. If you don't know what to use, try lavender. It is so versatile and one of the most popular oils out there for a reason. That being said, peace and calming is one of my favorite blends. I really thought I wanted to learn how to do all the different blends when I started getting into essential oils, and then I realized that Young Living mastered it, and it's so much more than just putting different oils together. Sometimes you have to have different oils sit for 24 hours and then add something else. It's really a chemistry and a synergy that happens with the essential oils. So when you get a blend, it is more than just the sum of the parts. Just know that. So in the Peace and Calm, there's tangerine, orange, which are both very calming and uplifting. All the citrus oils are. Lang Lang, which is fantastic for the heart. Patchouli as well, and blue tansy. Anything that has blue tansy in it is going to have this really interesting color. So holding it like that, letting a drop or two come out, and you could see it's kind of bluish or purplish. You'll see that when we look at the Valor as well. I love using it topically, shoulders, neck. Taking a few deep breaths in. This is the oil to use with your kids before bedtime. This is also the oil to use with your pets if they ever seem to get stressed out before fireworks or when you leave the house or things like that. But when we talk about using it with pets, we're going to talk about not using it at the same time as the fireworks are going on, or not using it and then leaving the house right away. Start diffusing it or use it a half an hour before you leave the house or the fireworks or something like that, so they don't start associating the oil with the event that is stressful to them. Car rides, it's great for, but use it before you get in the car. And that also kind of goes for us. We want to use it preventatively for best results. So I love using this at certain parts of the day just to help me keep that center. And when you take classes with me about mindset and using it with NLP techniques, we start using different oils to anchor in positive states. So if you're using an oil before bed and you're starting to calm down and use the oil, then eventually it kind of takes on an energy of its own, and just smelling the oil brings you down to that state that you're used to. So we love using this oil as well with the gratitude bedtime journal. As we get the kids into a really calm state after we go through the journal, then we use the oil because they're already in that calmer state. We may have done some breathing, we may have focused on gratitudes and what kind things happened that day. You're in a beautiful state, you're anchoring it in, so then you might even want to start then after a while with the oil, and it'll help bring them to that state faster. Interesting, right? So, lavender and peace and calm. See you tomorrow for the next two oils in our starter kit. Happy oiling!